Yeah. Almost all my cars are black and red. The Ocelot Swinger, wildly underrated car. The Casco, it's a fun one. Tropos Rally, that's a pretty good car. The Blackfin, I love the Blackfin. The Viceris, or Viserys, I'm still not sure which pronunciation's correct. I'm actually in an abusive relationship with this car because I try so hard to love it and it does nothing but hurt me. 190Z, GT500, the Monroe, also a wildly underrated car. Those two cars right there, the Viceris and the Monroe, are crazy fast, especially for sports classics. Like they're faster than some of like the supercars. They don't handle that well though. The Viceris is a challenge to keep on the road, and the Monroe handles okay, but its brakes are garbage. Stinger GT and the Silvestra. I might get rid of that one and some of those others. I don't drive them much, and I don't particularly like them because they're not very customizable. Like the GT500 and the Stinger, I might get rid of. The Silvestra might go. The 190Z might go. I'll keep all the rest though. I like all the rest. These are like my Benny's cars. And there's the Lurcher as well. I had two of those, one for each livery. But I got rid of the Slasher livery because I didn't like it that much. And I wanted more garage space in case I buy some new stuff. Yuga Classic Custom. Anything with skulls on it, I'll pretty much buy. And the Moonbeam. That's a interesting one. Those wheels look great when they're spinning, though. When you're going fast. These are just... I forget what this one was. The name of this one. I'm blanking on it. That's right, the Manana. Which is how that's pronounced. I've actually heard people call this the Manana. And it makes me want to punch everything I look at. The Voodoo. With that Succubus livery. Very cool. This is the Chino, I believe. And those are both factions. The Donk faction and the faction custom. I don't drive them that much, but they look cool. I like them. Not very fast. More of like a car that... It's like a status symbol. It's not something you race. He is totally worth what I'm paying him. Shining a flashlight in the corner of a lit room where there is nothing. Let's see here. This is mostly liveries. I got all 5 of my anime cars here. The Zion Custom's actually a pretty good car. I really like it. It has that stupid body pillow in the back seat. Ridiculous. The Fudo, that's a good drift car. That's, if you want drift, that's the one you use. Is this the Sultan? I think it is. Yeah, Sultan RS. It's okay. I don't particularly like it. I only have it for the livery, along with like the Ballista Segoy, or no, the Dinka Segoy and the Ballista, whatever it is. Kanji, I think. That's the name of it. That stupid wheel camber. So dumb. I'm eventually gonna get rid of like these 3. I'll keep the Fudo for drift purposes. The Zion Classic is a good car. I'll definitely keep that. The Izzy Sport is awesome. It's such a good car. It's crazy fast for what it is. And it's also handles really well. It corners really well, unlike the other Izzy cars. The Hot Ring Racer, or whatever. Yeah, I think that's the name. Hot Ring Saber, is it? Yeah. Little throwback to the old Vice City days. Is this the Riata, I believe this is? I get mixed up because I bought the Hellion at the same time, and I get the names mixed up. Cool livery. Republican Space Rangers liveries for those three. Then the Cherburek is yeah, I made it white just to make the rust stand out even more and make it look like even more of a filthy shit box. It's not a bad car though. Drives pretty well. One exception. The Comet Retro Custom. I didn't intend to make that all chrome. I just accidentally, when I looked at it just to see what it would look like at chrome, I accidentally hit the button and I didn't want to eat that 25 grand to make it black, so chrome it is. The Comet SR, which is really fast and really drivable. That's one of the better sports class cars. Like you can, if there's enough turns, you can beat a pariah in that car for sure. The Comet Safari, which is kind of stupid, but I have a lot of fun driving it every time I drive it. I don't know why. It's just fun. I don't use the machine gun on it, though. The normal Comet, I'm not super into it. I don't like it. It doesn't corner that great, and it's not that fast. But it's okay. And it wasn't super expensive or anything. The Bullet's the only exception here. The Bullet's like a GT40 kind of car. I don't drive that much, but it feels like it fit here, so I keep it here. Got the Infernus. That's a decent car. A good G-Fred car if you watch Bruffy's channel. The Torero is, obviously, it's a Lamborghini Countach. I finally have it the way I like it. This car, I've swapped out so many... I wish the vents were darker, but I've swapped out so many things on this car. I finally have it looking exactly how I want it to look. It looks better without the spoiler on the back, in my opinion. The Infernus Classic, which is like a Diablo, Lamborghini Diablo. Pretty good car. A little stiffer in the handling than you would expect, but it's still pretty fast and pretty fun to drive, and it looks really cool. I like this car far more than most supercars, even though it's not really better in terms of performance. And we've got the Cheetah, which is obviously an old Ferrari Testarossa. Was obsessed with this and the Countach and the Porsche 911 back in like the 80s and 90s. I thought those cars were amazing, and I still like them. This is, I forget, this is the Turismo Classic. I forget what this one's based off. It's some kind of Ferrari, but I forget the model number. Like a 334 or something. Good car. It's the best car in the sports class because it's so drivable. And it's really fast and accelerates quickly, but... I don't know. I hate the look of it. That spoiler on the back never looks right. There's no spoiler you can put on that car that looks sensible. And that actually... irritates me, so I don't drive it that much. I drive it for I only have it for races. I don't drive it around because I hate the spoilers. How they look so much. It looks good without a spoiler, but since I use it for racing, sports classics class, I can't justify sacrificing the grip just for the cosmetics of it by removing the spoiler. It's one of those things. I wish I could get rid of it without losing grip because it does look way better. These are just sort of odd ones that I don't use that much. Is this the Neo? I believe it's the Neo. Yeah. That's the right car. I gotta switch the rims. I don't know why I went with those on this one. They don't look right. I gotta switch it to something else. Maybe I'll go with the, what are they? The carbon fiber rims from the high-end thing. The X80, which looks good. It's one of the more unique looking, one of the few unique looking supercars, but it doesn't handle that well. It slides way more than I thought it would. I don't drive it that much. And this is the 811, which if you've driven it, it's one of the fastest cars in the game, but it's basically allergic to handling. Yeah, it does not like turning at all. And the old Issy over here, which I'm not entirely sure why I bought it. I guess the Issy Classic. I guess it was just, you know, to have a custom car I could use if I, you know, play the Vespucci job minigame. Having a custom car would be an advantage, so why not? And I like little cars in this game. I've had all the Issys. I got rid of the normal Issy. It'd be empty. No, oh right, that's right. I moved all my my Arena War vehicles down here that I've spent so much money on these and I never use them. They're pretty cool. That Sasquatch is pretty awesome actually. And the Death Bike's pretty cool. Yeah, they're all cool. It's just that there's not a lot you can use them for. They really need to do something about that. Because, I mean, they're fun and everything, but you can't really use them. You can use them in free mode, but you get targeted because they're a weaponized vehicle and because they still only take one rocket to explode them. So that's no good. And you can't race them in real races. The only place you can race Arena War vehicles is in the arena on that oval track, and some of them you can't even race them there. Like the Sasquatch, I don't think you can race even there, because it would just run over everyone and blow them up and get an easy win. Armored Kuruma, I haven't used that in a while, but that great grind car, that car got me through some hard times. I should probably start using that for the Perico setups, but it isn't weaponized, so maybe not. Duke of Death, love that. Don't drive it much though. I probably should. It's like the armored baller. I've only driven that once, I think. I don't use it a lot, and I'll probably get rid of it if I need a garage space because I don't use it much. It's a decent truck though. And here I just have the T20 for convenience. Yeah. Yeah, that's the T20, I believe. Yeah, it's a good car. I just I keep it here to have something fast to drive if I'm at the arena and I don't feel like summoning something for my idiot mechanic. Yeah. So BR8, is that my PR4? I don't remember. Yeah. The PR4, that's another one I didn't intend to make chrome, but accidentally did, so I left it. And this is the DR1. I have because of the Sharkmouth livery, but you can't really see it, so whatever. I don't have it with the other Sharkmouth livery cars. I kept it with the open wheels. And then the R88, that's the first one I had. I won that from the casino. But the Zentorno, there's a classic. Still a pretty good car. This is the Nero, I believe. I get the Neo and the Nero mixed up because I bought them at the same time. I put a bunch of carbon fiber on this, made it a little faster. This is the XA21, I believe. Yeah. It's an okay car. It accelerates fast, but the engine noise is horrible. It sounds like a fucking lawnmower. What's this? The RA7B. Yeah, that's okay, but it kind of pales in comparison to the S80RR, which is the same kind of car, but faster. And I already have that, so I might get rid of this, actually. Just because it's kind of unnecessary. This is the Devastate, right? Yeah. I refuse to call it Devest 8, because that's so stupid sounding. Just call it Devastate. Leave it at that. If you haven't noticed, almost all, like I said before, almost all my cars are black and red.